Now is a great
Hey,
time to get
everybody.
questions into the chat right before the show.
And you're live.
You're live?
You're live.
Well, we're live. I guess that means hi. It's Jeff Pulver, and welcome to another edition of Ask the Oracles. My goodness, it's Monday. And
So it must be time for Ask the Oracles.
Exactly, just what I was thinking. Monty, how are you? How are you doing? How was your week?
Our week was good. You know, we're still watching Zane closely. He's doing good today. It's kind of a day-by-day thing. And we're going to hang my show tomorrow. I'm having a show in Southampton, New York that opens Saturday. Joyce, are you coming? Good.
I'm planning on coming too.
Oh, cool.
Ride permitting.
Diane, are you coming?
Hell yeah. Shit. Are we going to be able to see you tomorrow? Is it open tomorrow or
No, Saturday from 5 to 7 in Southampton.
Yeah.
It's just fun after all these months of writing books and making art. We're going to actually see some people in person.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, I hope everyone can see the Amy and Monty screen has this up there.
I've been working away. It's, you know, when we send our books out there, it has my art in it. And then that's one way to experience what we do. And then to see it in person is a little different.
And we're going to have some of the originals from the Wild Goddess Oracle.
So it's 5 to 7 on the opening day.
On November 6th, which is a Saturday. And then we're doing a book signing on Sunday, November 21st, which is another opportunity from 3 to 5.
Great.
And then, you know, we're still going. November 1st, it's still talking to ancestors. It still has a Halloween energy today. So if you guys want some messages, you know, maybe we can help tune in to your spirits and guiding spirits and ancestors.
Yeah, and I hope some of you caught me and William Stickevers the other day. We had actually 80 people stayed for 2 hours.
So our astrology friend William and Monty have monthly conversations about whatever's going on in the stars.
Yep.
And they're both really good astrologers.
We are, and we talked about Halloween, the origins of Halloween, and also about gaslighting.
Any crypto insights shared, Monty?
Well, that's where I found out from William's crypto group. That's where I found out about FluidFi, which was another idea that Jeff Pulver had years ago that is now coming to fruition because a Swiss bank must have been listening to our conversation.
That's FluidFi, like in finance.
You know, like the word fluid and then FI. And what that is going to be, everyone's going to be able to mint their own stable coin. Oh my God, which is good because then you don't have to jump through hoops to buy crypto.
Right.
So some people are into, you know, trying to catch up with all this stuff. It's hard, right? There's we go to sleep exhausted trying to keep up with what's going on in the world, what's going on in our world.
Right.
But you got to take lots of vitamins.
And what did Zane eat yesterday? But Jeff, you know, you teach a class in NFTs. Have you taught a class in the basics of crypto and getting people into that?
I think people need that too, Jeff.
I do that. The class What Are NFTs actually is a foundation layer class that if people take that, it actually opens them up to MetaMask and wallets. And I go over some crypto basics. I also do the same thing in Introduction to Web3. We could do an Introduction to Crypto class specifically too. I just thought that the NFTs to me is sort of the mainstream happening of crypto. It's sort of, if you remember when Michael Jackson crossed over from Motown into pop and became the king of pop.
Yeah.
So that ushered in a whole change to music. So I'm looking at in 2021, the crossover and the popularization of NFTs as being symbolic that the world has changed. And then going forward, a lot of the principles that drove NFTs are now here. So it has a crypto background. And the reason why we're referring to Web3 is because that's what NFTs are built on. It's a whole new infrastructure of decentralized information. And so the kids that are basically people who are, I guess, millennials and Gen Zs, they're living that world today. We're catching up. And
right. Because they want everything decentralized. But you're going to do another conference, you said, right? Can you talk about that?
Right. So next week I'm teaching NFT basics and what are NFTs for people who just want to know what does it mean. That's next week. And I'm doing a conference, announcing it officially tomorrow with a call for speakers to look at the future. I'm looking at the future of communications in a Web3 world, because it was like 14 years ago at my spring 2007 conference, I shared a vision of my own metaverse of how things could evolve. And I said, this is the future, watch out for it. And now I'm picking things up and saying, okay, well, that future is happening now. So now let's look into how to actually create the services needed to support that dream to become a reality.
Yeah.
You mean like as in Facebook changing the name to Meta?
Which means death in Hebrew, right?
Yeah, that's Facebook attempting to stay relevant. I mean, if the funny part about Facebook is that it was created for college students, and who's not on Facebook these days? College students.
Right. They've moved on. You know, and people don't realize that Facebook or Meta, whatever the hell you want to call it, or Meet, they own Oculus, which is one of the virtual reality game, you know, the outfits where you put the hardware on your face and your hands. And I think they're putting like 10 billion with a B dollars into developing the metaverse because they want to own it.
Wow.
Well, you know, the thing is, if they put $10 billion to climate change, they could actually make an effect or put it toward world hunger. We could even solve world hunger, but they want to own the
That'd be
metaverse.
nice.
So God
Good
bless.
idea, Jeff.
Yeah, they want to own the metaverse.
We saw a joke from Arby's. I think it was Arby's that said they were going to change their name to Meat.
The meat, yeah, that was Wendy's, I think.
Oh, Wendy.
Diane's here. My goodness.
Oh my
Diane
God.
Ferraro back for the fourth time?
Fourth time? And now
Fourth
defending
time?
her championship here on Ask the Oracle, Diane Ferraro.
Diane, we've known you for so long. I think we met in 2014.
I'm going to say close to that. And I'm holding the deck. This is my first deck that you gifted me, where I chased you down to get the High Priestess card because it was missing. Because I have so many memories with the two of you.
Now we've known you since we had the store.
You walked into the store.
I walked into the store and Monty went, "Hi, you want an espresso?" and went into the back and started tinkering around on the espresso machine. And then I tortured him for 3 hours and he's like, what is your question? What is your question? I love you.
But look at you become an awesome reader and you're talented at so many things. And we love when you come on and do readings with us.
We have to have you and Michelle Marie on as the two defending champions, with Michelle Welch as most guested person on
Yes.
Ask the Oracle.
Yes, I think we do. I think we need to have like a high rollers version, you know?
Exactly. The High Rollers. The World Series of Poker starring.
Now, do you celebrate Halloween? Because to us, it's just another day, and we make a point not to get dressed up.
As a matter of fact, yesterday we were dressed as Swiss bankers. I was wearing a 3-piece suit and no hat.
And I had a Chanel suit with pearls.
Yeah. Oh, really? I thought it was Acura.
Oh, it's funny. I put on my costume the other day because I was doing some events with, local businesses as the tarot reader, and I'm getting dressed up in my costume. I'm like, I wear this every day.
Yeah, it's like a normal day because we like divination every day.
I'm wearing this every day.
Hey, Jeffrey, since we saw you last, did we tell you we're on the front page of the local newspaper?
No, my goodness, no. Congratulations.
Which one?
Thank you, guys. It says making spirituality accessible to all.
God, how did I miss
That's the
that?
headline.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Nice, right?
It's the Southampton Press, East Hampton Press. They
Wow.
I gotta go check it out.
Yeah, I should have it here somewhere.
You can show next week.
I'll show it next week. Yeah.
So that means that Dan should put you on the cover of his Dan's paper.
Well, Amy's going to be in Dan's papers because of the art show.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
Good to be local.
Yeah. Well,
Get local support.
Yeah.
yeah, local girl makes good.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take your questions. So have you put your questions in the chat?
Now's a good time to do so. It looks like we have our first guest of the day, DR.
Hey, DR, and I just want to say, it looks like, speaking of contests, you've been out purpled by Marty Laska.
Marty's, you got a fresh coat there.
And it's purple,
Looks
girl.
nice and vibrant.
And really, it's happening.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, DR. And your
I was
question?
the first one. Yay.
Yay.
I hope everybody had a happy Halloween.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
had like a parade of people up and down the street for the first time in about 20
It
years.
was like really a parade on our little street, which usually we haven't had trick-or-treaters for like 5 years.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but
So
that
that's
changed.
nice. That's nice that the kids are getting to celebrate.
So what's your question?
I just like to know what's in store for me for this Scorpio season.
Scorpio season.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Which one of our many divination systems shall we use, Amy? Amy and I have, we were watching the McCartney 3-2-1, and we've decided that we are the Lennon and McCartney of oracles.
Because who else is? Bill?
That's true.
I get patience for the Scorpio seasons, temperance.
This is actually one of the hardest cards in the tarot for people to deal with, because it means you gotta wait.
We've all been so patient, right? But it's like mixing and blending. It's an alchemy card. So in my version, there's an angel pouring out
It's beautiful.
water to the mortal. So you get help from the heavens.
Right.
You
And
just have to take your time, not rush.
since we're all friends here, we can share that if you look at the clock on this.
She loves to say it's the one tapestry I burned with the iron because I wasn't patient.
And so she put the clock on with the one at the top, which is,
I was in a rush.
she was in a rush.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
get the manifester also. So something's going to come to fruition that you've been waiting patiently for.
And this is from our Wild Goddess Oracle, which you can soon buy, and I think it's now.
And
At
home good.
Home Goods.
Yay.
Yay.
Or TJ Maxx, we haven't figured it out yet.
But we keep going to check and buying stuff.
Right, exactly.
Thank you.
What do you get, Diane?
I pulled from Amy's and Monty's Enchanted Tarot. I pulled King of Hearts,
Ooh.
which I love your purple lipstick, by the way.
Yes.
Is the card too, DR, if you can see.
Oh.
You've got that purple theme. So sometimes, for me, what I'm just getting for this is that sense of royalty, right? So you're wearing this purple and it's maybe coming into that power of feeling like a mastery of sorts. And, the King of Hearts or the King of Cups is mastery of the emotions, one's emotions, right? And then being able to connect with the outside world. So really being a container for your feelings, right? And also being able to hold space with others, but also knowing where you stop and where they start. So healthy boundaries, right? So bringing in that royal sort of sense of containment, right? Just, what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Thank
composure.
you.
You're welcome.
I love when Diane reads our cards.
Yeah, it's cool.
I pulled 3, and going on Amy's clock, the first one I actually pulled was confidence, followed by curiosity and courage. So it should be
Yay.
an interesting time for you, but hopefully a really good one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's our pleasure. We love doing this. We look forward to Mondays.
And if
Yeah,
our
me
Facebook
too.
friends are watching us now, you have to come onto Zoom, use the link to ask questions here. You can't ask questions on Facebook. But
Right.
hello.
You got to go to palver.com, you register, and then you only have to register once. And then you can ask the questions when you're in the Zoom audience. And if you're the only other person on Twitch, hi, how you doing, Judith?
Hi, Marty.
Hi, it's good to see everybody.
It's good to see you too.
Yeah, glad I finally got back to my real hair color here.
Yes.
I have been, working on securing my base with moving and sorting
Good.
and all that good stuff. So what I want to know is, in view of that, in order to be getting around with my new wheelchair, which hasn't come quite yet, what do you see in terms of me buying a larger car? I was going to put it off, but I'm wondering if maybe I should do it now.
I hear a big yes, but it's difficult to buy cars now because of the chip problem in the supply chain. People are waiting like 6 months to a year
Are
for
you getting a
chips.
used car?
And even used
I
cars
am-
are selling for premium.
Yeah, so you got a yes, but you're telling me no?
Yes, yeah, it's-
I heard a psychic, I heard
He
yes.
always argues with
Get it.
himself, you know that.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely get it sooner than later because it's only going to get worse before it gets better.
okay. Amy?
I get the 4 of Pentacles, which is hold on to what you have.
That's interesting. You might not be able to find one is what that could mean.
Yeah, I would start doing the
Okay.
search, when you find it, get it.
Okay.
Well, I don't
Okay.
remember your car as being specially outfitted.
No, it's not, but I'm going to be buying
A van?
no, I don't want to buy a van. You can buy like I don't know how to describe it, like a little hitch that then you put your wheelchair in that and then it puts it on your car.
So that would fit on the car you have now?
Yep. But I was wondering if I should get a larger car to be more, to let it be inside instead of just being held outside.
I think you are going to do that temporarily and then get a bigger car, when it's the right thing.
Okay.
Hey, didn't you ever see Get Shorty where they show how cool minivans are?
Yes.
I love that. I mean, I would have one, except Amy said no. So that was the end of that. I love minivans. I think they're cool.
What do you get for Marty, Diane?
I pulled the card that we were talking about. I can't believe it. The High Priestess. She showed up. She's like, I'm all right. I'm here. This, again, Marty, the High Priestess, right? But you're very High Priestess energy today. You got that again. That purple hair is on fleek, and it again matches the card. I mean,
Yep.
So we know that she's always the one that says, are we really having this conversation, Marty? Like, we know the answer, don't we? Talk, right?
I love that. What a great reading for that card.
Yeah.
So, always listen to your intuition, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your trusted sources. And I think this is actually also kind of inviting you to not get too twisted about it. Whatever it is, don't, right? I don't want to say,
Yeah.
I feel like don't worry is a platitude, but I feel like try not to get too twisted about it, if that makes sense.
I'm trying to get not too twisted about the fact that we just lost our producer.
Oh,
Oh, one of them.
Oh,
She's coming back.
There's
Don't
your High
worry.
Priestess.
Okay.
well,
That's
there's
what
actually
Yay.
just to follow on to Diane. It's listen to intuition, dream,
Oh
and
my God. There you go.
Jeffrey,
You're gonna
you are
get
such
what
a,
you want.
you're a hellified reader, Jeffrey. Intuition is
Thank you,
is
Jeff.
the High Priestess.
I know,
Thank
right?
you all.
I didn't know that. So
You're
there-
welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the High Priestess is the card that I visualize before I do a reading for anybody, because that connects you to your beyond words self.
Yeah.
Wow.
And to be receptive, you don't have to make it control it too much.
But I love Diane's thing. It's like, are we having this conversation? That's so funny.
You know the answer. Why are you bugging us?
Yeah, really. We got things to do over here in
Yeah.
wherever the hell it is.
Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Esther.
Elsta, you haven't
Been
been
a
here in a
while.
while. Oh my God. Welcome home.
I miss you.
We missed you too. And here you are. What's your question?
Oh, my question's like this long. No, I always wish I listened to everybody. I always wish I had a specific question. Like, should I
How
move
big is that?
here?
Is that this question?
This
So
big.
big. Do you ever do that with kids?
Yes, it's this big. How much do I love you? This much.
Right. So much.
I so much. That's it. I'm just I always wish I listened to people, and I always wish I had a specific question. Should I move
You
here? Should I
probably
take this
do.
up?
You probably do. So you want to hear what the cards have to say? Is that what you're saying?
I do. I would really like to know what's happening, let's say in the next 6 to 8 weeks,
6 to 8 weeks.
either
So-
personally or professionally, like with work or with love or with both.
So
I
just
got
messages from the
the
card.
Venus card, which is great. The green Venus
What is
karma
it?
card. Venus.
Venus.
And
So
it doesn't
that's
mean your
good.
veins. It means it's the planet Venus, which is all about love and cherish and enjoy, and charm, art, and beauty are the way too. So
Okay.
good times.
So I get the visionary. So that's working on some of these ideas that you have to make them.
What are people complaining about? This nice and thick. Sorry. Right.
You're bringing some of these visions into reality. So saying to work on that, to guide these visions to help them become successful.
I love that
Next
card.
I like it.
That's pretty.
I thought they were like two glued together. What are people complaining about this? Sorry, we got one complaint. It really bugged me.
Oh.
It happens.
Ooh.
Diane, you're up.
I'm up. Okay. I have the 7 of Wands for you, and it came up. I'll let you know when I turned it around. It was reversed. So it could also mean you know, a little bit like the lady doth protest too much, you know, like, maybe sink into your truth a little bit so that you don't feel like you have to, if you're having conversations with people and it's not going, it's not jiving. I'm not saying don't keep your, I'm not saying not.
Diane doesn't want to say the fight word.
Exactly. But like, what I would say is it's not about living in a bubble or an echo chamber where no one challenges you. It's more about if you're feeling like there's this resistance and you feel like it's like a square peg in a round hole, back off and remember who you are, what your truth is, right? And that, wands are creative and they are passion. So it could be having something to do with a collaboration or something like that.
That's so weird that you brought that up because I have a potential client and we are just like,
That's so
I
funny.
can't, I don't even want to take her as a client because I just already in the past 3 conversations, she's trying to communicate something that she wants to get done that can't be done.
Right.
And
I think you
can't
should
hear
take
that.
Wow.
I think you should take her.
Wait,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the message from me is time, cycles, and patience.
wow.
Patient, Jeff, do you not know me?
I do know you. I just what I pulled. Okay, patience. Patience.
Hey, Cara.
And what was the first one? Time and what?
Time, cycle. Cycle.
Yeah, I mean,
Time, cycle, and patience.
that sounds like the name of a book that you could write.
Why
You're
did
Jeff.
you
right. Time, cycle. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, time
I'm
cycles and
sidetracking,
patience.
but I love Tara's iguana.
Well, time cycles and patience is actually Saint Francis, right? The wisdom to know the difference.
Wow.
Serenity prayer.
Yeah.
Did not know. Wow.
Well, I know. I just made it up. Hey, you're not the only one who could do that, Jeff.
So Amy, stick with it, you're saying, even though it's been like,
Well,
that.
She
I think
got a
it's
good
a
money
good
card.
business. I got a good money card, that it's the start of, I think there's-
Okay,
it'll go beyond what you're talking about now.
thank you. I needed to hear that.
Right. Cool.
Be patient with this person.
Ask the Oracles is an awesome television show. We should be on television.
Should be, yes. Hey, Tanis, hi. Good afternoon. How are
Hey,
you?
Janice.
Good, thanks. How are you?
We're good. How can we help?
I'm just looking for whatever you may have for me for the next month.
Oh, you're a brave woman.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know what's up with your work situation, but I got the 6th house, which is a full-time job serving, do it a little at a time, and the out of the blue, what will be the outcome?
It's so
Is
weird. It goes
service.
along with mine.
What is good for us and your work?
I get the critic, so make sure you're not being too picky or overly, perfectionistic.
Okay.
And don't take other people's criticisms, to heart too much. Just be in the next coming weeks, be aware of that. We're always our harshest critics, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
These are nice and thick.
Shut up. Hi, Diane. What do you get?
I have 6 of Pentacles and I'm feeling,
That goes right along.
yeah. And I'm feeling something about the 6 of Pentacles about being called to, not that we ignore our needs, but there's something about the 6 of Pentacles that's like showing up for others. So giving back to community. And sometimes when we're caught, when we're so consumed with our own stuff, what helps is we help those that are having a hard time too. So it could be volunteering, it could be offering maybe I'm not saying put yourself at financial risk, but maybe for the month of a certain month, a sliding scale for clients that can't meet you where you're at, but to give back to a certain community, could be even a scholarship. You could even ask them to co-create that with you. Like, in other words, not just giving away, but saying, tell me why it's so important to you. So creating that relationship, whether it's work, maybe it could be work, if it's finances for you, something about going above and beyond our sphere, if that makes sense,
Okay.
to benefit.
That's
I've
great.
been pretty good about that lately, but we'll take a look and see where there's other areas we can do that for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
And Tanis, I had 2 jumpers while I was shuffling, which was
Wow.
confidence and collaboration. So I just have to say, they wanted to be seen. Confidence and collaboration. And then what I pulled from the creativity oracle deck, which I should mention, is insight, transformation, and accomplishment.
Hmm.
So, you know, I don't know from what context that is for you, but I'm sure you do.
I have a good idea.
Cool. Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
You're
Nice to
welcome.
meet you. Hi, Kara. Welcome to Ask the Oracles. Could you share where you're connecting from?
Texas.
Welcome.
I could have told you that.
Hi, Kara.
I'm excited to see you.
I know I'm usually at work whenever y'all do Ask the Oracle, but my kid's in quarantine, so I get to be on today.
Oh, this is great.
Do you have a question?
Kara's one of the people who took my astrology class.
I put 2 and 2 together.
The blabbermouth, that's me.
No, you asked good questions, so I can't wait to hear what you're going to ask.
I'm just asking about anything I need to know with my romantic partner at the moment.
For the
Okay.
moment.
Well, at the moment says it all, right?
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's, you know, I met the amazing Randy, who's, you know, like Houdini's trying to bust psychics. And that's what's known as a cold reading. If somebody says something like that, they're sort of giving stuff away.
So I get the frustration card. So that's probably, you know, depicting what's going on now. And then I get the mermaid from the wild goddess. That's like, you want to go deeper. That's your desire to really understand emotionally what's going on with your partner, with yourself. I mean, that's key to having a good relationship.
You know, I mean, you
because
deserve it.
sometimes you assume things are a certain way, and when you go deeper, you realize it comes from another place. So
Yeah.
does that describe what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't blame anybody for wanting, you either grow together or you grow apart, right? That's the simple way to put it. You want somebody who's as committed to growth as I know you are. Self-awareness, that kind of growth.
Yeah.
Well, it's an ongoing thing.
Right. Just like we,
You wouldn't know.
I think that's why Amy and I have had this great relationship. We were both looking to grow when we met, and we kept doing it together.
So what can help her?
What can help her? She's a pretty amazing person.
Okay.
So she'll figure it out. But it's whatever Diane says. I defer to the guest as usual.
Oh boy. Okay, so I have, hi Kara, it's so good to see you, my fellow astrology comrade. King of Pentacles came up, and he came up reversed. And so sometimes when I see King of Pentacles, you know, the Pentacles are the earth. We're of the earth, so it's about the body. So it can feel like we're out of our element. It can feel like we're not home. And intimacy feels like home. Now that doesn't mean we don't need to clean the fridge out every once in a while, or, you know, but that's surface stuff, right? That's like stuff we can really take care of. The question is this going into the basement? Are we going foundational restructuring, or are we able to clean up, maybe just do a tidy up? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How deep do we need to deal with the infrastructure? How deep does it go?
You're an amazing reader, Diane.
You are.
I learned it from the best. Let's be clear.
Yeah, I think you've been launched. You're doing definitely your own stuff, and I love it.
Oh, well, you know, you taught me how to do that. Honest and true. I give it back to you. I give it back to source, and I'm just just a telephone line, you know. But yeah, so Kara, I also want to say, please also remember to take care of yourself. This can be disassociation from the self, giving too much outside, right? When King is upright and balanced, he's like, I can take care of you, I can take care of you, I can take care of you, and I can take care of me. When he's like this, he's like, there's something going on. There's an imbalance of the giving and the receiving. Feel okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
So I'll just add, first of all, before I share the cards pulled, is that to listen to your own intuition about this. Yeah. Because you know the situation. You may be almost too close to the situation, but at the same time, you understand the dynamics better than anyone else, and only you can actually affect the change. No matter what we say, you have to have the courage to allow yourself to take action whichever way you go. And sometimes that's very, very hard to do. But the words I got, which may actually bring something back, I don't know, was secrets, originality, followed by my favorite word, passion.
Passion, passion, passion.
Passion, passion, passion. So maybe there's some secrets. that need to be explored, to bring back the passion, which maybe is not there or is not the way it was. But only you would understand the originality part. I don't know the context from that, but if I didn't pull cards, I was going to say something very similar. So I'm very happy the cards followed my thinking. But it's really you on the inside, feeling and understanding what to do, and then doing it, right? And that takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to just do that. And we give you as much support as possible to have the light and necessary energy to do what you need to do, to give yourself the self-love and to give yourself the opportunity to take the actions you need to explore and do what you need.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's all with what I already know. So I'm just like, I wasn't sure if I should trust my intuition because, like you said, I was too close to the thing. And I think I've just been holding stuff in too much. And now I got to take the steering wheel and get going.
Good luck.
Good luck, Kara.
Absolutely.
Nice to see you.
And it's up for Rose. Rose, who's going to, I think, Israel in a week or so, if I'm not mistaken.
It's going in 4 days. I need one question. Thanks for the support over this ordeal. This whole project means on a person saying, go ahead, no money, just on giving approval on this project. Do I get it or not?
You're a brave woman to ask.
You are a brave woman, man to answer.
I think you have to fight for it.
Yeah, Amy got the Knight of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Okay.
No,
Somebody's doing the fighting for me. I just want to know the end result.
Well,
it's just more of a push is necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
So light the fire over the person that's doing it.
Yeah, make sure you have a really good fighter fighting for you if it's another person.
I have the best. I do have the best.
Oh, good.
Okay.
What do you get?
What do you get, Diane?
I have your 5 of Pentacles, and this is reversed. So I'm going to offer, you've done everything you can, boots on the ground, right? Planet
Yes.
Earth, 4 on the floor. You've done everything you can.
God only knows, yes.
Okay. Let go and let God. Give it back to spirit, because spirit's right there. If we look up, there's spirit going, hello. This could be a good time to not necessarily pray for the outcome that you want, but this could be something related to why you want this so badly. How does it tie into sort of the greater good, and perhaps pray on and meditate on your part in all of this, your part in the fabric in all of this.
Thank you very much. It's very much on target.
Okay, good. Okay.
And you, Jeff, you know the situation.
I do. I pulled cards twice, and I got more or less the same message, which is you're capable, continue to dream, and push.
Yeah, that's very much like the Knight of Swords.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would take all of this as very positive.
Yeah.
And much
Well,
success.
it's like
And,
it's not talking about the end game. It's saying that the end game hasn't been determined because the play has to be done, and
Got it.
they got to push hard.
And if you're anxious about it or obsessed, make sure that doesn't color the whole.
No, they are very quiet because they are the intermediary to get to this person. So they you guys have 2 weeks vacation on me. Thank you so much. Don't miss
Safe travel, Rose. Welcome. That's Shuva.
Yeah, hi, thanks. My name is Shuva. I'm in Chicago.
Oh, cool.
And this is my first time, very interesting. And I was meditating this morning. I want more creativity and this kind of stuff in my life. So I guess, I guess my question is, this has been a really great year for me in that, like, I didn't have to work and it was fantastic. I got to put together a lot of things, got my place. Now that I've got it out my place and really like it, I think I might move. I think my question is, Amy and Monty, I think you're still there.
Yeah, no, we're here. It's just you
Okay.
mentioned You mentioned the word creativity, and we're like that commercial. We've got an oracle for that.
Okay, good. I like it. I'm like, wait a minute, creativity. Wow. It's like I'm ready to let the gates up, and like really, it's like all areas of my life, like a new kind of job, where I want to live.
So what's the question though?
Like how to get started. Some kind of energy of like, because there's
in the creativity oracle that I was just showing you, the number one card that we use is fear.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get past that one, you don't get to any of the other cards. And so when you say how do you get started, one thing I learned from Amy when I first met her, forgive me for babbling on while everybody pulls cards, but is that like in baseball, there is a warm-up period. And what Amy taught me is if you want to be an artist, you do it. You just do it. You just start. And you know that some of the first stuff you're going to do, maybe all the first stuff you're going to do, you're going to end up throwing it out.
It's just warm up, have fun. Don't be perfectionistic about what comes out because it's a warm up. And I get the butterfly. So it's important for you to leave the past behind. It's like you want this to be a new start. So don't have that color this situation, get rid of what's no longer necessary, which it sounds like you have, right?
Yeah, you never.
Physically, there's still,
Yeah, but the thing is, you never seen a butterfly take a look at the chrysalis like, God, I felt like
I
shit
go
in
back
there, and that was bullshit. I'm out of here. They don't even think about it. They're out. They're gone.
Yeah, it says so. Acknowledge that you've worked hard to get to this place where you're at now, and that's going to feed your creativity.
I like that a lot. Thank you.
And of course, whatever Diane says.
Well, it's amazing because when I heard what you interpreted, this has now affected how I feel about the 10 of Hearts. It's so smart because I'm looking at this card reversed and I'm thinking, here's the culmination, right?
Yes.
And it's like when it, and this reverse position, it can be like, let's not attach ourselves to the accumulation of our experience, the accumulation of our emotional experience. Amy, that was so brilliant. I mean, it really, that just clicked something in my head. And it's almost like being able to, we're not, it's, we don't want to wrap our arms around this and think, oh, it's always going to be like this. Because the way I also see the 10 of Hearts is that we hold grief and joy at the same time. And that's the gift of grace.
Yes.
Because even a rainbow fades, right? And when we're looking at that rainbow, it's like, beautiful, beautiful. We're all trying to get the cameras because we know that it doesn't stay. So this is a very much nothing gold can stay card for me. And it also, while enjoying it, but that's the grace of grief and joy. So there's some capacity here to that non-perfectionism message. There's something double down. This is like a double down on that. Something about non-perfectionism.
It's so good.
Wow.
That was such a fun marriage of what Amy was saying.
But that's an example that we're always growing as readers and we always see new things in the cards. I mean, it evolves, as you do readings for people, you see new meanings in the cards.
I think, Diane, you're ready to do your own book.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. Listen, we see the best readers there are on this show, and you're certainly one of them.
You have a unique style.
Yeah.
I'll share the words. The last one though is so I got dream, and I pulled dream, nature, and trust that you're born a creative and then never stop being one. I think that just focus on you, but process that for yourself and internalize that, and don't be afraid to be who you are, right? Because you may have there are things you do that people know you for, but that may no longer necessarily align with who you are today. So if you can let go and let yourself be the you that you are, and have the confidence to bring that you into this world to be seen, you'll be at peace with where things are at. And so you don't have to worry about the past, but learn to be present and bring your present you into the flow of now.
And it wouldn't hurt to pick up a Creativity Oracle, which is available at your local bookstore, we hope, and is also available at Diane's Fabrics, right? Joanne's Fabrics. Diane, I already have you as
Diane gonna have a fabric store?
yes, it's amazing.
Sure.
The woman is just, you can't
know.
stop
Whatever,
her.
you, whatever you tell me to do, I will do. Book, fabric store, it's same thing.
Same thing.
I hope this helps, Shuva.
Oh, good, good, good.
Hey, Lisa. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. So you guys did a great reading for me last week. I went to, or not like a little while ago. Things are progressing very nicely.
Good.
Yep. Yep. So my question for you today is, I have a partner I've been with for a few years, and it's become apparent to me that they're not able to row the boat because of their own issues with substance abuse. And I do not want to go there with them. So I need to say goodbye. But this has been a person who's been in my friendship circle for about 30 years.
Wow.
Wow.
And so I don't want to leave it as, I don't want to leave it ugly, right? So I'm looking for advice on timing or approach that may help me and help this person see everything in the best light.
Well, I got to make sure my own personality doesn't intrude on this, because I'm one of those cut the cord now and then I'll talk to you from a distance kind of people.
And that's possible in this case.
This is the Emperor, and the Emperor is very detached. So that's key. You have to do it in this easier said than done sometimes.
No, this is be a boss. That's what this is. This is the capo de tutti capi, as they say in Italian mafia.
The head of the head, huh?
That's the boss of bosses.
That's like ripping the Band-Aid off, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's ripping the Band-Aid off fast. And then I get Maya from the Wild Goddess. And I don't think this person's going to understand. They're too wrapped up in their illusion and abuse. I mean, even if you sat down and explained it, from A to Z, it's not going to sink in because of the state they're in.
Hey, Lisa, they're fucking high. I mean, you're talking to somebody who's out of it. So you can't. You're talking to the drug.
Yeah, you're making your boundary now, and maybe there'll be conversations later that will help explain.
Yeah.
What do you get, Diane?
So I got King of Hearts this time, upright. And we talked a little bit about the mastery of the energy of the king. And it's about it's the container, right? It's about being able to hold space for ourselves and knowing where we start and somebody else starts, right? And then my all-time recommendation, which has, is Codependent No More by good old Melody Beattie and her workbook, right? We got her on repeat dial. Yeah. So it's doing the program. It's doing the work for ourselves. So we get strong in our own container. And you can say, listen, have communicated in whatever way that is, just know that you creating healthy boundaries, that's not a problem.
No,
it's not a problem. It's only a problem for people that don't have healthy boundaries themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
I can't wait to hear what Jeffrey got on this.
I pulled cards, but I am not reading them. I'm just telling you that the message is shared. I keep on getting the same message that in this case, you actually know what to do. And I just want to give you the encouragement to listen to your own intuition, set those boundaries and protect yourself and understand you're doing the absolute right thing.
Yeah.
There's no, because I felt that the moment you asked the question, and as everyone was talking, the cards were talking, but I'm saying, wait a second, you know what to do.
Yeah,
Now,
no, of course. I just want to say something. In 1981, Amy gave me an ultimatum because, I had been a musician and all that. She wrote me a note and I stopped. So if you've done that and it didn't work, that's the end of the story,
Yeah.
But that boundary and protecting yourself and understanding to love yourself and care of yourself and take care of yourself, there are things only you can do for you, right?
Correct.
But if you don't stand up and do that for yourself now, you're not going to be able to be of help to anyone else either.
Yeah, and Marty's nodding, and she's a real therapist.
Marty, can Marty weigh in because she's a resident, actual licensed therapist?
Right. As opposed to us with our free readings, money back guarantee that comes along with them.
I think what happens, everything that everyone said, and Diane, I'm a huge fan of, excuse me, Melody Beattie also. I'm old enough that I have one of the first runs of that book. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm pretty
We met
good.
her too.
So,
We met her, didn't we?
Yeah.
Sorry.
but what I want to say is this, sometimes we, because you are a caring person and a loving person, one of the things that we have to remember is we're not making these decisions from an objective point of view. And it is normal to feel sad about it, to feel angry about it, to feel not comfortable. And that's where our intuition and our codependency come into conflict. So that's where we have to ask an objective other to say, we don't hate this person. No one here in this group holds hate for this person.
No.
But they're not safe. They're not in a safe place. It's like if you were in a car with a person who was driving drunk and they wouldn't let you out of the car, you would, at the next red light, you would undo your seatbelt and you would jump out.
Right.
That is the logical, rational thing to do. Are you going to be happy about doing it? No. Are you going to be scared shitless? Yes. But whatever happens to them is not your doing. It's just like, what everyone has been saying. The problem is we see the person, we see their body, but we're not talking to them. It's like if you're talking to this alien, like the movie Alien, where this alien takes over the person and they act like them, but they're not them. And you have to just, right now, the most loving and caring and helpful thing you can do towards helping this person save their life is to walk away. And you need to do a cord
cutting.
So, yeah, you need to do a cord cutting, like in whatever way you can do it. And I think having had to do that with many people I love, I will tell you that you're probably going to have to do it more than once. Okay. But this isn't about you being a failure. This isn't about you not seeing it sooner. It's like when a person is in their addiction, I don't know if you've ever trained dogs or anything, but if you're dealing with a dog that's been severely abused, you can't corner them. You can't push them because they're terrified and they will lash out.
Yes.
And that's exactly what happens with the addict. They're living in fear. It's this constant state of fear. So they don't know that they built their own prison. They just know they're in one.
Right.
Okay. So you need
Thank you,
to walk
Marty.
away. You need to walk away. Okay.
Confirmation.
Done.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I there's probably not a person out here who hasn't been touched by addiction, in either themselves or in someone else.
Yeah.
So I think we're all so blessed to have Marty's, advice. And so are your clients blessed to be able to hear that. Hey, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you going to follow that one now?
Well, I'm no longer licensed because I've retired, but Marty, I completely agree with what you just said. Blessings. Trying to reconnect with my very fearful, rather hold on to every little grievance sister. And truth be told, she and I have not had a warm relationship our whole life. I'm a family therapist, and it took me till about a year ago to see our family patterns. I know.
Position, heal myself.
Yeah, but that's classic, right?
Yeah. So what's your question? I love this. This is great.
Well, I connected with her son when I was in Dallas.
Did you just
I'm now at my friend Suzanne McPherson's in Seattle area, and she's not here. She's off doing something else. But I'd like to reconnect with sister. And my second question is, can I
only get one? I didn't hear the first question.
So you want advice about reconnecting?
Yes. And do I need to go ask our mother in spirit how to help?
Okay.
Well, that can never hurt.
Yeah, I've got to do that more. She talks to me once.
Well, The karma card I got is
Mom
Saturn,
in
which is
spirit
all
talks
about
to me once in
weight.
a while.
The-
Okay.
The maturity that brings balance, caution regarding, this is definitely be careful what you're asking for, limits imposed.
Okay.
And the other meanings of this card, and these cards make sentences when you put them out as planet sign and houses. Be realistic, be concerned, and you must wait before you can.
It's interesting. I admire that you really want to try. So I got the Prince of Pentacles, which is realistic, like you said. I wonder if there's like a business, you know, nothing too heavy, but if there's, you can reach out to her about something that you have in common, you know, as far as
Money.
or a business venture or something like that.
Okay.
And see how that goes. You
There's
know?
never a fight about stuff like that.
No,
You're
but I'm
not-
saying keep it practical. Keep it practical.
Sure.
And then I get that there's hope, that this is the dawn from the wild goddess, which is very hopeful. You know,
Okay.
there can be a new chapter and a new day. So keep that in mind. You know, that's a blessing on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's been about a year since she and I have communicated. So that's great. Thank you so much. And as a fellow astrologer, oh, here she is. See, I told you I was at her house.
I'm hosting Carol. It's Susanna Jane.
Oh, I thought it was, the thing I recognized, I was like, oh my God, her sister just appeared.
No.
Our first-
Well, we are sisters. We just didn't have the same mother. But remember, Venus is in the middle of November is going to start to be in its shadow for its retrograde in December. So
Yep.
keep that in mind when you're talking to folks.
Do you want Diane's message for you?
Yes, I'd love to.
Sure. And I'm going to piggyback on Amy's. I have the Princess.
Can't
of
hear you,
Wands.
Diane.
Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So Princess of Wands, you know, that youthful beginner energy, to just remember that, I mean, you had said that, you know, you've had a sort of disconnected relationship, you know, for you know, all that you can
About
remember.
a year. Yes.
About a year. Yeah. Okay. So there's a beautiful song called, I think it's called 24 Frames. And he has this beautiful line about how to connect with a younger sibling. Just remember them as a child. Remember them as a child. And, you know, just that can bring in some compassion and some unconditional love, because children are pretty lovable no matter what.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So perhaps some energy around that.
Thank you so much, all of you. Blessings.
Blessings.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And welcome, Ron and Jacqueline.
Yeah.
And your giant cat that walked by a few minutes ago.
Hi, Ron and Jacqueline.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think you're muted.
We heard you, but then you went away.
Oh, that's better.
So,
okay, I won't
I had a question and then I just extracted to a generality of the next 2 months, what we need to be concerned or
Yes.
aware of.
Well, I didn't know what
For the
your
next 2
situation-
months.
Yes.
Okay. So I got the Sagittarius. I don't know if you're taking a trip.
That's me. I'm a
Yeah.
Sag.
So it says your highest ideals, the rules of the game, get it out to the world. And so I guess it's don't hide your light under a bushel. Concern yourself with gaining insights to understand and wisdom and understanding.
I get the poet, and that means you're going to be rewarded.
Oh, that's
If
nice.
you see the poetry in life, and I know you guys do, then the rewards will be there. And I get the Hermit. So I would, it's very important for you to stick to inspiring things, you know, read your spiritual books and books that maybe have guided you for a long time. You know, sort of go back to the basics of what you really believe in. That helps you see the poetry in life.
Makes sense. A lot.
We should all do that.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Diane?
Diane.
Sure. So I have Prince of Wands showed up reversed, and sometimes I look at this as we're going to slow our roll a little bit, right? So we're not going to get out there, go gangbusters. It's more like systematic approaches, right? Not jumping the gun, also not jumping to conclusions, right? So I think keeping things at a real even pace. You don't have to regress, but just, slow and steady wins the race. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that slow and steady, it's I got the words I pulled were partnership, courage, and willpower.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
great. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
That was cool.
That was great.
You're welcome.
Love this.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Hi, how are you? Well, okay, so I'm switching my question. I'm catching on to the sister vibe. I had to lay down the law to my younger sister yesterday, and I don't expect a good result. But I'd like to ask, how can I best repair the situation based on the fact that I know my dad would want me to try?
Oh, that's nice of you.
I just want to tell everybody, I want to show you what's going on in the sky. Astrologically, there's a lot of Mars energy, everybody.
Which is fights and blurting, right?
Yeah. So when you, okay, so this is where the planets are right now. And I mean, like right now. So here's Mars. Wait, let me get a little magnifying glass for those of you on Facebook that are seeing this divided in 4. You see the sun and Mars are right next to each other, 9 degrees away. The sun is big, so we use a 10-degree orb with the sun at least, and more than that in mundane astrology, mundane meaning of the world. And Mars right now is coming up to oppose Uranus, and that is sudden out of the blue aggression.
Oh boy.
Or
none of us like that.
But it's also, bring on the future. Mars Uranus is like bring on the innovation, bring on the craziness, and Mars has been doing all kinds of stuff. It has been squaring Pluto. It's going to be, and the opposition to Uranus is major. And it's right now we have a lot of stuff coming up because on the 11th is a lunar eclipse, and then it's going to lead up to a solar eclipse 2 weeks later.
So what was the best way to avoid?
It's hard to avoid fights with people who like to fight right now, is I guess what I'm trying to say, because right now they're inspired to fight. Okay.
Let me see.
And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
So I get the Justice card, which means, what I know about you, you always want things to be fair and equal, and you fight for justice. More generals than any other sign are Libras, right? They fight for justice because they want everything to be fair and nice. So, but I get the game changer. So the meaning of this is, I'm just going to read it because it just applies so perfectly. How confident you feel about magic and change, especially your ability to magically change yourself and your situation, is crucial. So this is saying that you can magically change it if you believe you can. Even though, you might be stuck with the pattern of the way it's always been. But that's another thing with that astrological aspect.
Well,
we can change it fast. Look how many things are changing all around us so fast.
Well, they used to say haters are going to like to hate. Well, fighters like to fight. So
Well, just to tell you, I have Mars in Scorpio, and I know that having just entered Scorpio, this was the push I needed.
yeah, so you're going to be the one who's going to be aggressive too, It's no matter what.
She knows that.
Yeah, because when you're having a Mars transit, that activates. Mars is the energy in astrology that is available to the ego, which is the sun, to get what it wants.
Also, Scorpio wants revenge. They don't forgive and forget.
Right.
They'll get you at some point.
Yeah. And you'll get her at some point too. Oh, Diane, now you got to follow that one.
Oh my gosh. Well, coming back around is King of Pentacles again, and this time he's
happens, right? They pop up during the
exactly. And he's upright for you, Mary. So again, King of Pentacles is, coming earth, right? And then coming back into the body. So Another invitation could be when these energies are flying around, we get out of, I don't know about you, but I tend to disassociate. If I'm getting caught in that energy of that warlike energy, I'm out of my body. I'm like somewhere else, you know. I'm not necessarily having a, you know, out of body experience, but I'm not in my heart. I'm not even anywhere close to my heart. I'm in my head. I could be in anxiety. I could be in fight or flight. So this is the medicine of coming back into the body, coming back into the earthly realm. And we can do that by simply putting our hands in the soil or going for a walk outside, you know, letting our feet touch the grass. When you're feeling like you're transporting to that other planet of aggression, remember, we're on planet Earth. We're not on Mars. We're on planet Earth, which is a balanced planet. God willing, it stays that way, but it's a balanced planet, right?
Well, the only hostility that's going to happen is coming from her. I'm done with this. But by the way, Diane, the King of Pentacles is my daddy.
As we used to say in my high school, come on, really? You got Mars and Scorpio? Come on.
She's just waiting for a chance.
Really.
Recharge, flash.
Sitting there like a cobra.
Recharge, flash, transformation.
Recharge.
Transformation. Now we're talking.
Well,
Mars
that's a
and
game
Scorpio,
changer. You
right?
can change it if you want.
Yeah, that's it. So
I mean, we're all like called to take the high road.
I always have to do all the work in this relationship.
You are a warrioress for truth.
That's
you know?
the high road.
Being a warrioress for truth means occasionally standing up to stuff, and you know, nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nothing
No
to be
fear of
ashamed of. You know.
Well, report back to us.
Yeah, report back to us from the jail cell. No, only kidding. Only kidding.
Oh, geez. Be safe.
Be safe.
Karen.
You know, the
Karen
whole thing,
Culver.
I don't like aggression
Karen
getting
Culver.
a bad name.
Do you have a cold or something?
Yeah, I have strep throat,
Oh, God.
but I'm not missing the oracles today because I have a
Oh, here too.
We can barely hear you. You poor thing. Strep throat's not an
Oh.
easy thing to deal with.
Gosh, I don't want to make you talk.
Yeah. Do I have to show my camera?
No, we just can't hear you.
Okay. So my question is that I want to know which to focus on for my career because I have Grateful Goddesses, I tutor, I started coaching. So I'm kind of doing a little each day in all areas, but I'm wondering if it's better to just focus more on what?
You're asking the wrong oracles because we all do a million things.
We do it all.
Yeah. But
But
let's.
she has kids.
I had a great feeling about you being a coach. I had a feeling that you're a really good one. But I'm not saying that's what you should.
Well, I'm loving it. I'm really loving it.
Maybe that's why I got that feeling because I mean,
Is that like being a guardian? Because I get the guardian.
oh, definitely. Coach is a guardian
And
for
it's
sure.
also what you can do most easily from home is what this card means because it's about making your home base secure, which is Monty's always going on about. So
One of the many things Monty is always going
the
on
guardian,
about.
you do guide people being a coach, right?
Yeah.
I think that's perfect.
I mean, you do everything except
It kinda
stand in
looks like
front
her.
of them.
It kind of looks like
Well, the coaching does go along with my goddess. It's kind of it together.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to offer it. I'm not sure if I should let go of the teaching and tutoring as much as I
you
let
can
go
leave
of-
the house for that
What's that?
Amy wants to know if you have to leave the house.
for teaching.
No, I tutor in my home.
See, we're great believers in that. We work at home too, and we like it.
We'll see what Diane gets.
Yeah, it's whatever Diane says anyway. So, you know, she's a guest, so she's right.
I got my favorite card in the deck, which is the Four of Swords. I love this card that Amy did. It's my favorite Four of Swords ever, actually.
Thank
so
you.
yeah, of course. So Buddha's like Buddha's tapping out, you know, he's tapping out. And this feels like, you know, he's like, nah, dog, nah, hell no. It's like, you know, sometimes when it's listening to that inner guidance of saying, what's feeling, you know, fours are structure, right? So what's providing this is a time for providing structure for yourself. So what's pulling you out of that safe container? What makes you feel like you're being pulled too far away from your home base? So coming back to center. So if it is letting go of something so that you can maybe hone in and focus on something, it's also an opportunity, because swords are the mental constructs, right? And how we think about things in our minds. So maybe touching in again about, you know, where do we come out of ourselves where we do disassociate from what we know to be true inside, right? So I think it's a time of listening, because it's communication, right? Swords are air and communication. This is a time of deep, deep listening for you. And there's no need to do something that you're not comfortable doing, even if it means saying goodbye to something.
Well, which thing is she gonna say goodbye to? That's what we can't figure
Well,
out.
that card means pull in. So then, you know, stay home.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you said, tapping out. I love that.
Yeah, he's tapping out. He's like, oh,
And Karen, I'll share with you 3 words. The first word is clearly what you're at, which is you're worrying about things, which I'll throw away. And the message really is visualize your passion and do it.
Passion.
So I think, unfortunately, I may let the tutoring go, because that kind of was an older passion. So that makes sense.
Which one?
The tutoring.
Like the teaching.
Yeah. Well, visualize your passion, I think, actually is something I might actually say. So there you go.
This is true. We violated your patent.
Feel better, Karen.
Feel better.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because coaching is sort of like being a teacher.
Yeah.
For adults.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Oh, you're home this time.
I would like to ask, like, any messages from my other side or from the universe?
Okay.
Which one?
It doesn't matter.
Are you planning a trip?
Yeah, because I felt like you were going to water. It's funny because
I get the 6 of Swords.
and this is what, you know, back in the days when gypsies would read tarot cards, this is, I see travel over water. This, you know, so I see you as being near a body of water for sure. That was the message, that you should get yourself to a large body of water, or else maybe it means go across the sea or go across a big body of water.
What do you think?
What do you
I
think?
haven't planned anything, but yeah, I'll be open to it.
Believe it. Four of Swords is back, but reverse this time. I sort of shuffled and changed different parts of the deck. So Buddha really wants, you know, he's an avatar too. He wants to be recognized. So there's something also, you know, so Swords. So what's the progression, right? It's like 4 to 6, right? So moving from that, so it could mean shaking things up. It could mean being willing to travel from point A to point B, whether it's physically or in your mind or emotionally or something that allows you to dislodge from a place that wasn't really working for you. We're going to go to the next place. We don't know what that's going to look like, but we have the courage to make the move.
I like that. Dislodge yourself.
Makes sense.
Okay, so it's about finding the courage in the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a bumpy road, but you have a really good Sherpa. If we're lucky, it's Buddha on that boat or somebody kicking you over the river Styx, right? That knows the way. This can also invite you to call on a professional. You know, this is the healing arts. Maybe it's time for the healing sciences. Maybe it's time for some talk therapy, communication, air, to help you transition, to help you move along. And that's from universe. I'm leaving spirit to Monty and anybody else that, you know, feels connected to other.
Well, you guys are all
Thank
connected.
you, Diane.
I'll just throw in from the universe 3 words: beliefs, precision, and patience.
Patience is the issue today, right?
Definitely.
Well, that's a shared lesson.
Yeah.
You know, because of all the Mars energy, patience is in short supply.
So we feel like we have the patience.
Right. Well,
And,
everyone
and
has
being an Aries, there's no patience, right?
Right.
Well, you know, the whole thing with astrology, every sign, planet, and house has a negative and a positive extreme, and the extreme of Mars in the negative is aggression used poorly,
Right.
or used for the wrong reasons. I'm not saying aggression is necessarily always bad. So that's something I think We
You have
all
to have a positive outlet for it.
right.
Like creativity is great, or fixing up your house, or doing something constructive. If we internalize it, then it's going to come out inappropriately, probably.
Correct. Hey, how are we doing on time, producer? We're good?
I don't know.
We are awesome on time. We
Wow.
just keep going. You're doing amazing.
Okay.
And now the second mishpucha of the day for Ask the Oracles.
Welcome back, Rachel.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, good. Really quick, Amy and Monty. Amy, you were pregnant in my dream on Saturday night.
Miracles,
We know that's a metaphor. Yeah.
miracles do happen.
It was strange. I mean, I know pregnancy is sort of like a new beginning, or you're birthing an idea. I don't know why the two of you were, it was a funny dream, but.
Well, she's the most creative person
You mean
I
funny,
know.
haha, or funny?
Do I amuse
Weird.
you? What am I, a clown? As everybody knows who's seen Goodfellas, that's a famous Joe Pesci soliloquy.
Well, I think it had something to do with an idea about a violin or something. There's a violin in it. You were pregnant. Monty, you were there too. I don't know.
Let's hope so if she's pregnant.
And there was a beach. We were at the Hamptons. So
Oh, cool.
And a violin. I'll think about that.
And what's sex and violins?
Is there a question, Rachel, we could focus on?
yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I actually have like 100 questions. I'm a little anxious today.
Can you
so
narrow it down to one?
I'm trying. So I guess I want to know, I have a list. I'm starting to lose a little bit of hope. Last week I like panicked and I canceled this video thing I was supposed to make for these auditions, and I actually wound up applying anyway.
So what's the question?
I'm just like wondering if I should just keep on applying to these auditions, or should I dig into my secondary choices BC list just to cover my ass, because I feel really frustrated with
I got the Mercury card, which is just keep it going.
Yep, I get keep it going.
Keep it going. Don't stop. I mean, Mercury's a lot. It means many words, many thoughts, awareness,
And
you're
you're
still
sending out word about yourself. I get the independent woman card. So you are going to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very prosperous, abundant card. So you keep it going, and I think you're learning a lot about yourself. Just this whole process, you're learning about who you are, because you have to describe yourself and present yourself, and that's a good thing.
You pulled 9 of Pentacles, right, Amy?
I got that same card.
Same exact card.
Hello.
Hello. I think you should get our deck.
I should. I pulled a reversed swords, 7 of Swords last night.
Yes, but we're here now.
Yeah, but we're here now, and they both got the same card. That's fucking crazy, as we say in the tarot business.
Yeah.
So just
right
keep going. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning a lot about business too, mistakes that I'm making and stuff like this. Like,
Well, that literally means, right, Diane? It means an independent person.
Absolutely. And 9 of Pentacles, this energy is about knowing that if you're not striving, okay, it's like you've arrived in some way, right? You're having a brief pause in the cycle of life. Thank God and every other great teacher, you're having a pause. So it's not like you have to struggle through it. You're just accept and receive. You don't have to be right. You don't have to be a human doing. You can be a human being. Just live the experience of you without striving and grasping and trying. And, it's about just be you, be present with you. Know that you are enough and that you can take up space, Rachel.
Right.
And also it's a new moon on the 4th. So I would get a green candle and do a little prayer to yourself that you're open and receptive to the right thing coming in for you. That kind of goes along with this card. And everybody, new moon, is when you make your wishes. So write down how you want it to be. What would be your ideal situation,
And if you do use a candle, make sure it's in a fireproof container.
Yes.
And I gotta say stuff like that. And also this is
Yes,
when you're
I burned down my house because of you.
this is when you want to write your check.
I'll just add, because I was pulling too. But I certainly agree with the sentiment without pulling anything. Really, but it's there, Rachel. You just have to hear yourself also, because what you're feeling and what you're saying share different messages a little bit. But the first word I got was delay. It's like, no shit, yes, there are delays. But the next two I kind of like, which was go deeper and there's success. So, you just stay with it and you will find what you're looking for. It's been there the whole time. It just takes time. And you can't rush it. It's like, no matter what you do, no matter how you try. I mean, if you want to try an experiment, visualize talking to the future you and get the words of wisdom from future you to present you, and you'll hear the same thing. That you had to give it time to make it happen.
That's a good one.
That's nice, Jeff.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Don't get pregnant, Amy.
No worries. And we look forward to reading your book about how you look so young.
36.
I don't think people would believe your
She's a
age.
vegetarian.
How
old is she?
What, 36?
Wow.
36 on December 22nd.
Oh my
And you
goodness.
look 18. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Listen, when I did security, I would card you for sure.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hey, Joyce.
Hi, double the age. Double the age. Double Rachel age.
That's
I
good.
am.
Forever young, Joyce.
And now our shelter island, as we complete the triangle, we can triangulate a cell tower from Montauk to Springs.
That's right. That's
That
right.
might be the only thing that works.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask for a few cards for the next 2 weeks. And then I heard Amy say, well, it's still the energy with Halloween. So maybe there's a message.
Okay. What did you call your mom?
Goldie?
Goldie, yes.
That's her name. That's her name.
There will be success from benefit.
Wow, I get the same thing.
Wow.
I think you're going to sell something.
Oh, the gold card.
Oh, nice.
Or Spirit likes what you're up to.
Reward. Unless, of course, Diane says no.
No, you're all right. You're all on point. And I have
yank that reward away.
gosh, I have 2 of Swords and I have 2 of Swords reversed. So this could be a time from moving from that. 2 of Swords upright can just be listening to that intuition, right? Quieting the mind, quieting the mind and being able to listen without feeling like you need to rush. So this could be a moment for you where you begin to feel like you don't have to stay in that holding pattern. You can start to let it flow.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I guess somehow we're connected, Diane, because I got sort of a similar message. Let go, be introspective, and it'll lead to a manifestation. So there you go.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
I think it's saying altogether that you've done the work and
collectively, like,
you're gonna reap the rewards.
Yes, big time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Bernie.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
How goes the disinfectant?
The disinfectant goes well. It's disinfecting. It's
good. That's what they're supposed to do, right?
I know. It's a new product, so it's getting a slow uptake, but that's okay. Question for today: what say the cards for this month for my business partners?
Oh, isn't that nice of you to ask for them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think business is good.
Yeah, I got the North Node again. The one I
You're
just
gonna get the
showed.
Queen of Pentacles, so she's great for business.
Oh, yeah.
Are you planning some get-togethers, some social events with them?
A few of them. One area that I'm involved with Connect Ottawa, we're gonna do a Christmas actually in person.
Yeah,
at
I
a
think
rest-
that'd
at
be
a-
great.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is-
there's
yeah.
a lot of networking and good stuff to happen there.
This is the queen that takes care of everybody's money.
And the Pure Fog side, Pure Fog Canada side, that's another one that we're looking to actually have a get together again. Last time we gathered as a group was last year. just before the COVID blanket
I think
doubled
this is
down on us.
important. It's gonna, help everything. It's gonna help you personally and business wise.
So you're in Ottawa, the nation's capital.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
What do you get, Diane?
We did it again.
Oh Jesus! That's wow.
They were in sync.
We did it again. And in truth, when I looked at her, she was reversed. So I'm just going to offer that sometimes too, when like you had asked about your business partners, right? And I'm going to invite, everything that everyone said. And also, I guess in a way to cast, to be aware of what's going on around you, but also remember, where you stand, right? Like where's Bernie stand, right? So yes, pay attention definitely to what's happening around you, but don't forget to check in with yourself.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And Bernie, my message to you partners are for the month: pitch, beliefs, and success.
Awesome.
So that's a good message all around.
I can work with that. Good. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
What's your question?
Hey, Lauren,
Well,
question.
tomorrow is our sister's birthday, and I'd love a birthday reading for our sister.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's so sweet.
I'll abstain.
You could add your words of wisdom.
Yeah. Wait, I can do a mundane astrology thing for her.
Tomorrow is Michelle's birthday. It's true.
So I get the inventor, so I know she's an artist.
Yes.
So the message, this new idea, something new that she's come up with, this concept, I don't know if with the NFTs with you.
Yeah, she is.
It's like a whole new thing for her.
Right.
That she's sharing, and she has great ideas about it. It's like very inventive.
So her message is, this is a good time to amplify your focus and to clear and purify space in your world and in your mind to make way for something new.
So if she's involved with other things, I think this new thing is going to kind of take over.
Excellent.
I love that. And I got Ace of Swords and it was reversed. So I think the message is perhaps she doesn't need to doubt herself, right? Just to trust that she's got it going on and turn that frown upside down. And
Excellent.
That's funny.
So Monty's
That's
looking
the
at
best.
Monty's looking at the astrology.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about the money for her, according to if you do a chart for right now, right this moment. So she should think about, it's not a time to be altruistic and
You
give
mean
it.
how to monetize this new invention.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I would say. That's a good time.
Wonderful.
Good time for partnership, but not philanthropy partnership.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Jeff, do you have anything for her or you'll share later?
I'll share later.
Okay. Thanks.
Forget a private.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, what's up, Oracles?
Hey, Susan, what's up, Oracle?
Oh, so good to see you. Oh, thank you. Well, this morning I had a quick appointment with, I have to say now, one of my Vedic astrologers, since Michelle Marie is now my other Vedic astrologer.
Michelle Marie's great.
Yes,
she really is. She gave an amazing reading. With Prasanan this morning, I checked in and we looked at a wedding date in March of 2023. And
don't rush now.
Say it again.
I said, don't rush now.
Right, exactly. And
it's safe, right?
Yeah.
Amy's admonition to follow Daniel's interest. The only foreign singing we really ache to go to is the Ireland Sacred Harp Convention. And it happens 2 days after March 2nd, which is the date that he highlighted would be a perfect day for a wedding. It's a Thursday, which is an odd day. I'm looking at this brand new idea of a wedding followed by immediately by a Ireland vacation honeymoon. What should I?
The great card, I get the world.
Oh.
All right.
As we know, that's international. It's
Okay.
culmination of everything you love, right? It's a celebration. I mean, that music is so dear to your heart. How special is that? I think a yes, a big yes.
Wonderful.
If Diane gets the world, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket.
I'm like, is it going to be this? No, but what's interesting is a little tongue-in-cheek opposite, not opposite, but on the other side of the barometer is the Fool, right?
Oh yeah, that's the Alpha and the Omega. There's the Alpha card, and the world is the Omega of the major arcana.
So you have it upright or reversed?
I have it reversed, and I feel like it could also mean that, you know, when we take chances that are outside of our usual scope or our purview, we doubt them extra, right? Because it's like, is this crazy? But I think it's more about thinking out of the box, you know, really kind of expanding your idea of what's possible, and don't let constructs tell you that it can't be done, right? So it's a little doubling down in this case, I think, of the Fool energy.
Also, like you said, is Thursday a good day? Don't care if it's a Thursday. I mean, that's outside of the box.
And just to amplify what's being amplified: truth, actualization, and accomplishment.
Nice.
How wonderful.
So there you go.
Thank
Wow.
you guys so much. Appreciate you.
I feel like the world is back on its axis now that you know when you're getting married.
Yay. Oh, who good. Welcome to the show. And what's on your shoulder?
That would be Draco. He's a bearded dragon.
Hi, buddy.
Wow.
What a cutie.
He's been trying to get on the computer this whole time.
Oh,
Aw. Oh, wow. Wow.
Do you know what sign they are?
No, but she named him after a constellation named Draco. I don't know where that is, this guy.
Wow.
My daughter named him that, so.
I think it's a star also.
What would you like to know, Tara?
I was going to ask a bunch of things, but my energy is all over the place. So I thought I'd see if you could find out if there's a message from my main spirit guide.
Okay.
Monty, I'll give this to you.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys pull while I think. You to tell her stuff that you get.
I don't know if I got this for you before, but I got the Seeker card.
The Seeker?
Yeah, so you're the seeker, and there's always messages whenever you ask. You know, the seeker is on the path and always growing and always evolving. So it says the meaning of life is to seek ways to give your life meaning, doing so with gratitude, patience.
Oh, no.
That's the key word today. And
I've been working
compassion.
on it.
And compassion for both yourself and others. So that's key, compassion for yourself. So I know sometimes you have the question like you're confused, or, you know, you're trying to figure something out, or, you know, you have insecurities about figuring it out. So be nice to yourself about all that. We're all seekers. We're all on this path. There's so many mysteries that we're all trying to figure out, but the answer is there if you kind of trust a little more.
Now, I don't know if I was getting a message
Oh my God, the moon.
from your spirit guides or a message from Draco, the bearded lizard, because I kept looking under. It's like I was looking under a couch. I don't know if you're looking for something, but
Well, that's so funny. Maybe they'd love to go under the couch.
maybe I don't know. But I
He's
just
just
kept,
under the desk, so yeah.
okay, but
But maybe there's something there that you lost.
right that he took and stole and put under there. That's more like a ferret than a bearded dragon.
And the moon for Amy, like as she's saying all this, the moon card is sitting in my hand and it was reversed. And so I think you said something, you were wondering if you had a message from your main squeeze, your main spirit squeeze.
Yeah, my main spirit guide. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Sometimes I feel like do you feel like there's a disconnect? Like you're not getting the messages that you normally do?
No, there's just been a shift in energy and a shift in what's going on, which is really weird because it's kind of been the same. And I know that I'm supposed to go with the flow of the energy, but I know he's been trying to say something and I can't get it.
Okay, so moon is reversed. So I would say in addition to feeling there's that discomfort when we don't know what's going on, right? It's like that's some of our biggest fears. We don't know the outcome. There's a study that says even if you know the outcome is really negative, people feel better about knowing the outcome than not knowing what's going to happen. So my thought is that with the moon, it's just another invitation to settle even deeper into the unknowing and try not to resist it. It's like when you're resisting the discomfort, it makes it worse. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So find a way. And the other thing about spirit is that, it goes both ways, right? So as you're listening, you might be listening, keep talking, just being like, hey buddy, I'm here. Just let you know I'm here. I'm doing my thing today. Maybe open up that line of communication a little bit by sharing more of what's going on with you. Say, hey, I'm missing you. I'm not hearing you. When you're ready, let me know.
Okay.
And I'll just follow on by saying reflection with confidence will lead to your enchantment.
Oh my gosh. Wow. All of that.
That's beautiful.
Right.
Meditate.
Yeah.
Again, that can be good for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very big. Yeah. True.
Is that it, Lauren?
Then we have one more.
Nanika is our last for today.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I know.
I just have a what do I want to say, a general question. I'm just going to go to you folks to just pull a card for me and see what comes up.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do that.
I know. You guys are fantastic.
We have nothing but cards.
Exactly.
I got the Sun, which is great.
Okay.
Realize, act like a leader. Or this is the only time I ever use the karma cards individually, as in Michelle Marie's technique. The creation of, the gaining of respect for or from things brought to life or light.
These are your karma cards that you created, right?
This is true.
Okay, I get the Fool. This came up, I think Diane pulled the Fool for someone else. But that's like, have fun, have an adventure. Don't be too attached to, how things should be now. Just go on your merry way, have fun.
Okay.
Take a chance.
We forget to do that in life.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And your 8 of Hearts is about moving from, it's another transition. It's about moving from something that was great, you loved it, and we're moving on to doesn't mean you don't have to, you can grieve it. It's okay to let it go, but we're moving on. We're still moving on.
Okay, and what card again is that?
This is 8 of Cups. So this is about
Okay.
knowing when it's time. As Kenny Rogers, prophet extraordinaire, said, you gotta know when to hold them and you gotta know when to fold them. And
That's
8 of
for
Hearts
sure.
is like, we're folding them. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what keeps you in the game, right? It's like you keep moving, keep moving.
Yeah.
So I always see that card is to go back to some self-care, just some nurturing for yourself and have fun doing it. Put aromatherapy in your bath and, get some new products that smell good and make you feel better.
Yep.
And because you might be drained from what Diane sees that you've been going through.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'll just throw in 3 words: pitch, originality will lead to enchantment once again. So enchantment is coming up today for me, and I'm definitely shuffling. So
The road to enchantment.
yeah,
That's where we want to go.
yeah.
Diane, you were great.
Oh, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Diane.
Diane, I love that you share your special gifts.
Thank you
Very
so much
magical.
for having me. It's really an honor.
Great having you on the show, because if it's Mondays, it's time for
Ask the Oracles.
That's right.
Thanks everybody for joining us.
And if you're in the Hamptons on November 6th, Amy's show, and if you,
I want to see faces.
yep, and then we're going to do a book signing when it closes on
21st.
on the 21st of November, out here in this will be in Southampton.
And next week we're going to have Carmen Hera on Ask the Oracles.
Yes, we only have the best
She's
people.
fun. She sees names and dates and stuff.
She does, and when we have her on, we have like 100 people from Romania.
And we don't have to talk because
She can,
her show.
it's
Yeah.
her show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diane, hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
I'll see you in person at the opening. I can't wait.
Oh, that'll be great.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Amy Monty.
Thank you, Harry.
for asking questions.
Thank you, everybody. Love you.
Recording stopped.
Thank you.